Hey guys, so today we're going to be going over some basic data types. These are some of the things that variables can be assigned to. So first, let's talk about integers, which are basically whole numbers. So an integer can be any number without a decimal value, right? So they can be like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to like whatever, infinity. So how would you make an integer, right? You can just have a variable name and assign it to a number. You can also cast an integer, right? So let's have a variable name and set it equal to int. What we're doing here is that we're calling the int function, which will cast it. We can then give this a, let's say, a number with decimal values. So we can pass in 5.323. And what this int function would do is just chop off the decimal value. So this would just end up becoming 5. Another data type that we can talk about is floats. So floats are basically numbers with decimal values, right? So they can be like 1.5, 2.534, or 4.5654, whatever, right? So a number with a decimal value. We can then just assign it just like an integer. So give it a variable name and assign it to a number with a decimal value. You can then also cast into a float. So if you do a float and then you cast the float function, so float with the two parentheses, you can then just pass in like a whole number, like 2. What this will return is that it will return that 2 with a .0 at the end to make it into a float. The third data types that we can talk about is strings. So strings are basically any sets of character that are surrounded by a quote or a double quote. So an example of this would be like quote hello world quote, right? So it's a set of characters surrounded by open and closed quotes, quotation marks. So the way we would do this is that we would just call a variable and set it equal to 2 pairs of quotes, right? And inside of this quote, we would then put our set of characters, so like hello world. Strings can also be assigned using a single quote. So you can also do string is equal to single quote hello world, like this. These are basically the same thing. The fourth data types that we're going to talk about is Boolean values. So basically a true or false value. An example of this would be true or false, right? On and off. So the way you get this is that you set a variable name and you just set it equal to uppercase true or a uppercase false for false value, true or false. You can also cast with a Boolean value. So you can do like a Boolean true value and you can cast using the bool, B-O-O-L, with open close parentheses. And inside of this, you can just put the number 1. 1 will signify it's true and 0 will signify it's false, right? So Boolean false and you set it equal to Boolean equal to 0 would make this value false and this value true. Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.